got back from Scottsdale, the DJ Collective 2021 experience.
Amazing. I learned so many things, and I've been in the industry for years, and I've learned so many things just attending it. And if forget about the parties and stuff. The actual conferences. I sat in one of the conferences, how long? Like 3 hours, and I just listened to people talk, and I learned a lot. So it was great for me. It was a great experience for me.
So people are on all different quests in this industry. Everyone's been doing this, and everyone does it their own way, their own experiences, their own journey. And you've been on this journey now for some time. Yeah. I always call you a legend, and we've gone back and forth about why are you a legend, how are you a legend. I believe that you are a legend.
What makes somebody legendary?
I think you're a legend, and here's the reason why I'm going to say that. First off,
I need to know what makes somebody legendary.
I feel that you have the voice of the club, a resume behind you that is insane. You've worked with a lot of artists.
A lot of people.
You've been around for a long time. You are probably the most sampled voice in the game.
That is a fact. That is 100% a fact.
That's legendary.
Okay, because he was saying you're legendary for the work you did at Hot 97. Then he was like, then somebody told me if you've done this at a certain level for a certain amount of years, you're legendary. So I don't know. Look, I'll take it.
What is a piece of advice that you could give to someone on the come up that is like struggling getting to that next level, struggling getting that next opportunity, struggling to make that next phone call come in or opportunity break to kind of take them up another level or to just kind of get to another place in this industry?
You know, a couple of different things. Number one, you cannot discount the value of actually working. Now, everybody wants to be the end result, but they don't want to do what it is to get to the end result. So everybody wants the Maybach, they want to be Jay-Z, they want to have a beautiful woman like Beyonce. That takes work. So you can't circumvent the actual work and the actual action to get there. Number two is people, they want to do things, but they don't want to sacrifice anything. Okay, so I'm going to give you a great example of that. When you are in your house sleeping, chances are I'm awake. I wake up anywhere between 4 and 5:30 in the morning, and I don't go to bed until like 9. And I basically work my tail off. And guess what? Sometimes I don't work my butt off. And whether that was my divorce, because I basically lost 7 years during my divorce because I was so downtrodden spiritually and mentally that I couldn't pull it together. So 7 years of my career, you can just wipe that off. I'm trying to, come back from that now. You always gotta be willing to do the work and you have to sacrifice. So for example, like I was saying, while you're partying, I'm partying, but I'm working. While you're sleeping, I might be working on a remix. While you're sleeping, I might be working on some artwork. While you're sleeping, I'm sitting around trying to figure out how I'm going to do X, Y, and Z on YouTube. You cannot circumvent work and sacrifice. Now that means you might not get to party as much as you want. You might not get to hang out with your friends as much as you want to. It is very, very hard to do, and people don't want that. There's no way you're getting to where you need to go without sacrifice. And you have to understand, that is why it is very lonely at the top, because not many people want to do that. The harder you work, the luckier you get. And I know that sounds crazy. The harder you work, the luckier you get. Arnold Schwarzenegger also said something that was very important to me. He said, work like hell and then advertise. Are you advertising your product? And what I mean by advertising your product, and guess what? These are mistakes that I still make. I still make mistakes. That's another thing. The minute you know everything, you don't know a fucking thing, okay? Because you can always learn every day. I sat at the DJ Collective and I learned. One of the things that I learned at the DJ Collective was I have an amazing product, but I haven't packaged it the way that I should. Like I look at your promos. You know something? I need to invest in a marketing deck. Something that's going to make me look like fucking out of sight. Because when I get to the club and I do what I do, it's out of sight. If I can't fully make people feel that it's going to be out of sight, how do I close the deal? Now, I have a booking agent. So deals are getting closed all the time, but there's no such thing as getting more deals. and better deals and for more money. And if you want to do that, you have to properly market and promote yourself. That's another thing. A lot of you guys, invest in yourself. You'd rather wear a $400 belt, $600 shoes, $300 bag or whatever, but you're not promoting your own stuff. How do you do that? If you don't promote it, who's going to promote it? So I'll give you a good example on that. Tory Lanez makes amazing music, right? But one day he figured out the Matrix, and this is how he broke the Matrix with what he did. He said, I'm at a record label, and I'm making good money. I'm making $50,000 a show, right? He's asking the record label for more money for promotion because they're not promoting the records that he believes in. But then he turns around and he says, wait a minute, hold on. If I make $50,000 a show, in 3 shows I just made a decent marketing budget. Okay, well, what if I just take all that money, I don't have to pay taxes on it because I'm going to reinvest it into the business, and that will turn around and give me more money. He learned how to use his own money and promote. Now, that $50,000 is a big number because it's Tory Lanez. His $50,000 is your $500 or your $50. Everybody starts somewhere. Whatever you can start with, you start with. It's like the stock market. People get crazy when they see somebody made $250,000 in one deal. Well, guess what? That man has $2.5 million. Don't be afraid to start at the bottom. That's another thing. No one wants to start at the bottom. Everybody wants to start at the top, which goes back to the first thing I said. Other reasons you're failing. It is simple. And these are all things that we all go through because we're human. It's not like it don't happen to me. It happens to me all the time. The thing with me is that I get up and I try again. The reason you fail is because you don't have thick skin. If you're going to be in this business, you're going to fall. If you're going to be in this business, you're going to make mistakes. If you're going to be in this business, you're not going to be hot sometimes. If you get in this business and you're a DJ, you're not going to play the best every night. But you have to continue to get up and keep going. If you don't keep moving forward, you're going to lose. If you're afraid, you're going to lose. You can't look at it like, am I going to bomb when I DJ? You just got to go out there and do it. And it's like baseball. You got to continue to take swings. If you don't swing, you can't hit the ball. If you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, whether that's in hockey, basketball, passing a football, life, whatever it is, if you don't take the shot, you can't score. But people are too afraid to go out there and take that risk. No risk, no reward. And you can remember that as well. The people who risk everything and put everything on the line are the people who are the rich people. If you want safety and security, then you can work at a job with less reward, but you're going to get a certain amount every week. If you take that risk to be the owner and put everything balls to the wall on the line, that's when you drive the Maserati or the Lamborghini. So those are some of the things just off the top that I can tell somebody. Continue working, work hard. It's a process every day. Compounding takes time. One action on top of another action, on top of a third action, on top of a fourth action. Small little things lead to one win. One win leads to another win. And once you work hard and people know you for what you do, they'll come to you. Final thing I'm going to give you about it. And this ties into everything. I did a record, a Beyonce remix. It was like a homecoming remix. I shot the video in Times Square. It was a dope video. And I put it up on Instagram and on YouTube. I ran some ads on it. 200,000, 300,000. Then the next thing you know, Baller Alert picked it up. It was at $1 million, $1.2 million. Now, my $1.2 million is your 11,200. I get a call. Hey, what's up, Scoop? What's going on? Oh, yo, what's up? Who's this? Oh, yo, it's Timberland. I need you to come down to New Orleans and do the Essence Fest. No problem, I'll be there. Boom. And I got paid for it. But the moral of the story is this. I had the heart to put something out. I promoted it. It didn't go to the sky, but it got just enough views for people to pay attention. I'm in somebody's face. Next thing you know, I'm on the stage with Timberland, Teddy Riley, and a bunch of other people at the Essence Fest. Work hard, advertise, and don't be afraid to continually take shots. I make these mistakes all the time. You're gonna make them too. But at the end of the day, it's not whether you make the mistakes, it's whether you recover.
It's golden right there. From the legend himself, Fatman Scoop. Now, before we dip out of this video, why don't we just share a link in the description down below if you are interested in getting an infamously created, crafted, custom drop kit from my friend Scoop himself. You got to click the link in the description down below.
If you're a DJ, yep.
Register for it, and my man will literally cook up some fire that you can spice up your sets, your shows, whatever you need. Information in the description down below. How to get custom Fatman Scoop drops.
Yep, that's it. And one of the things about the custom drops is that when you get the package, we actually get on the phone and talk with each other for about 30 minutes, sometimes 45, sometimes an hour. I want to understand your business, what you're doing, and what you're trying to accomplish with using my voice, and then I custom craft those drops for you right there on the spot. So it's something you definitely need to check out. Fatman Scoop, Jani.